This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, the legendary home of the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. And the Huskers will kick this deep to start us off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. We'll hand it off. Great cut there. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, two top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Oh, that one's picked off. He could go. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. The defense produces 6 points.
Boy, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only do they come up with this interception, but to take it into the end zone, they're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Breaks into the clear. And here he goes. Past the 50. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
And that pass is all in over the middle.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Now it's 2nd down here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Slides the quick throw. They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Rolling to his left, outside the pocket. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Here's a handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
3rd down, out of the shotgun. The sure hands, it's Wells. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the 1st down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. Moves out of the pocket. Extending the play now. And he'll hit out of bounds to avoid the hit. Did not pick up 1st down yardage.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
2nd down after that previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Tries the right with a quick throw. Makes the grab and keeps the foot in bounds. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. Great play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The Cornhuskers are on the move here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Oh, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands. But the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. He escapes the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. He's past the marker, still on his feet. They finally get him, but a big gain moves the ball to the 10.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
The Cornhuskers move into the red zone. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Chris, I really felt the quarterback came off the fake a little bit too quick. The defense didn't bite at all on the play action. They saw the quarterback had the ball, attacked, and got the sack.
So now at the 13-yard line, it's 2nd and long. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield to the left. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down.
What a play by this defender to step in and swat that deep ball away.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very and he's going to heave it deep right down the middle. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Boy, the timing here by this defensive back, that is tough to do. You know, we always use the term great ball skills by a receiver, but here the corner locates the football and knocks it away. Great play.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Pressure is coming. It's a 4th down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory.
Chris, I just don't get it. You're inside your own red zone, and you're going for it here. You might as well just give the opponent the ball and a chance to score an easy touchdown.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Catch made on the right side. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that 1st down.
2nd down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
He had the extra point and the lead down 21-zip. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. First play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Looking for some space. It's Johnson. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Handoff running right. They'll tackle him at the 27.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line of the game.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. Breaks loose at the 40. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did.
Looking deep down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be 1st down and goal. Well, Kirk, Nebraska has the lead here. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. It's a keeper to the right. No handoff there, and they snuff him.
Oh, gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight. Couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on. What an opportunity to score there. Instead, incomplete and 3rd down. Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
How about that, Chris? The quarterback does a nice job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly, and why not? With a receiver like this who can run like that, get him the ball as fast as you can and let him do his thing.
PAT is good, makes the score 21-7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. On the move now. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick throw testing the middle. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. They pick up enough for the 1st down. Football goes to the 45.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. The shotgun running play call. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's going to pull it down and run. Football comes out. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
And the Huskers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it on the move. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
Because we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. And that's a solid game before the defense able to bring him down.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Nice 1st down here by Texas A&M. The offensive line gets a hat on a hat, gets a good push, and once again, you see the history and tradition of Texas A&M with a great back.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. Off the play fake on first down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. No, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
I mean, I get trying to get the football to this receiver. He's one of the most talented guys in the country. But with two guys bracketing him, I don't know why you would make that throw. Should have been intercepted.
Here's the second down play. An inside give now from the shotgun. First down, looking for more now. Breaks loose at the 40. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Dumps it down to the back. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looking for a receiver. Catch made over the middle. Tackle finally made at the 37. First and 10 from there.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Block for the receiver. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
He'll toss it to the back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you defend the option. Take the quarterback away and then use your speed to bring the pitch back down.
This is becoming a long drive. Here's play number 9. They'll run it here. Pointer in the end zone. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Aggies.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
The extra point is good. Down by a touchdown, 21-14. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. There he comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Moves out of the pocket. Using his legs here. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And he'll set up to throw. He escapes the pocket. Caught near the sticks. It's Wells. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Nebraska.
Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. First down. We're going to throw the football. He's going to take off. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, the defense does a great job here of pressuring the quarterback, but I got to give the quarterback a lot of credit. Instead of taking a negative play, he shows you his athletic ability and fights out and gets all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
Getting set. Here's second down. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looking to pass here on second down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, and he dives to make a beautiful catch there.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. And how about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Play action here on first down. Makes a quick grab. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
That completion makes it second and medium. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football and brings up a third down.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up fourth down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. So on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. Time running down, just one play left here in the half. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
Ready up. Down. Ready.
And they'll give it to the back. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Aggies will kick this away to begin the second half. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Too much speed for the defense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the PAT puts them on 17 now. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Texas A&M 14.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
Texas A&M Aggies will take over first and 10.
Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. First down, looking to throw the ball. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
They look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the grab.
This play takes a little bit of time to develop. The quarterback shows outstanding patience here before he makes that throw.
And third and short to try to pick it up on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be fourth down. And the Aggies will look to convert here on fourth down. Trying for a fourth down completion. Comes up with the catch. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. They find the slot receiver on a drag route that time.
Yeah, you don't really see this very often from a slot receiver on this drag route, but a nice call here, nice little wrinkle. Quarterback does a nice job of waiting for him to clear the traffic and then found him for a nice gain.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Looking to throw here. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down to the 48.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
Trying to create here on the move. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. 2nd and 10 now from the 48 after that incompletion. Looking to throw it again. On the move now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Looking deep to the right side. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. And the quarterback dropping back. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
That sack sets up an important third down. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. And they will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. What a kick. It's good from 55.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Across the 30. And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41.
Oh, man, this guy's having a heck of a day. Now, they may not win this game today, but you cannot fault his effort, what he's been able to do. He's been the one bright spot as that last carry now puts him over the 100-yard mark.
One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He'll throw it now. The QB throws his third of the day. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. He'll hand it off. Right down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. He's running out of time here. Looking to scramble. He shreds the tackle. Able to convert on third down. Gives them a fresh set of downs from the 22.
Well, this is so deflating for this defense on third and short. Good coverage downfield. They take away all the short routes, but the one guy that they don't account for is the quarterback and his legs. Picks up the first down by being athletic there and great awareness.
The Cornhuskers have 1st and 10 here. Takes the toss and heads left. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And so far, we've been treated to a duel of big play wide receivers. These guys have been putting on a show, piling up the highlights through 3 quarters. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers and make the play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 39-yard attempt. Oh, and he knocks it right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. The sure hands. It's Johnson.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter. You're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Swarm for the pass rush. A sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Here they come on 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack they gave up earlier. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Bringing pressure. He's got it with room to run. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. The Aggies will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
Important 2nd down play coming up.
Get set, get set.
Offense looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. but the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Cristiano, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Pounding away with the run game. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now. The Cornhuskers will send the punt team onto the field. Coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Desperate times here. They need points and they have to score quickly. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for the wide out. Catch is made down the middle. And that will pick up the first down. They'll spot it at 38. And the Aggies hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball.
And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That's good for a Fighting Texas Aggie.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. Looking to scramble now.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Deep shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver. What I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough, gave the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
And they'll set up with a PAT. And it's good. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Past the marker and still going. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. That was crucial. Kirk Barnes, something crazy. That should be enough to secure a mild upset in this early season showdown game.
On paper, this looked like an upset, but they sure carried themselves out there tonight like they were favored. Still a long way to go. Still can get better, but possibly this football team could make a run in the postseason.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down play coming up. Ball handed off. Breaking tackles. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Well, here we go again. The field goal team is out there. This kicker's already got 3 makes in this game. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. And he's got it. No problem. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. He escapes the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on 1st down. Take a shot downfield. One thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's got it in the open. He stopped him at the 45, but that's good for a 1st down. He'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking deep for late game heroics. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the 4th quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
Now it's 2nd down here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Pass tipped to the line of scrimmage. That's a great play by the defense.
What a swat there by the defender. And if you think about it, if he swatted that ball and it fluttered into the air, he would have had himself a deflection and a pick.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Looking for a late deep shot. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
And the extra point splits the uprights. For the onside kick. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
And with this one wrapped up, the quarterback will just take a knee.
The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense has the ball first today. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer obviously in the booth was pretty solid too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe 2-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
Bring in the heat. Grab near the sticks. It's Savage. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Lewis wants to pass. Right on the money.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Fires to the tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Got him downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Yellow Jackets had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Beck's going for the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Georgia's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. first down. They're working that left side. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Here's the pressure.
Well, this team came out with their hair on fire. The offense drives down the field, scores a touchdown on their opening possession, and now the defense is dominating as well. Already their second sack, and you've got to give this head coach a ton of credit. He did a great job getting this football team physically and mentally ready to play here today.
Punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Here comes the heat. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give is to Williams. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Quickly complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker. And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Unloads to the right. It's complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. He wants to change this route. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Savage. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Yellow Jackets started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer us. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Working that wide receiver screen.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Lewis to throw. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team...
He's loose on the right. The 20. The inside. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Wants to go up top on first down. Punts it out of the air. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Caught near the sticks. It's Huffman. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lewis wants to pass. Zips it out to his man. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Huffman. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Yellow Jackets line it up with a 1st and goal. Now the pitch. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Go straight ahead. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying play action. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Quickly complete. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fires it down the seam. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Lewis to throw. Here's a heat. Got it on the outside. It's Savage. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Still looking on the move. Stands in and takes the hit. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position.
Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got his man on the right. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Lewis wants to pass. Using the quick game. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass. Makes the catch. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got the quick pass. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels, not able to connect with the quarterback on.
Right down the middle. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires deep on the run. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Hauls it in. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. To the air on 1st down. Caught. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Absolutely center cut. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the duel between Georgia and Georgia Tech plays out.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Georgia sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Lewis to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fakes to grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
Skips away from pressure. It's complete on the right side. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The give is to Williams. Hard running there. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
For the offense.
Handoff from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to...
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Got it in the middle, it's Savage.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Lewis wants to pass. Under fire. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. Running through contact. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. They go to the ground. Slithers into space. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He's going to run it. Did the work himself. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the boot, looking for his man. He's going to take off.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green ground.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
49, Georgia, 10.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hauls it in. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
On the play. It's a turnover on down.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the move, it's Claiborne. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. The give to the back.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Finds his man. Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39. And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Huffman. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Got a man. It's Savage. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. He's looking to pass. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Snowed under by the defense. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go up top on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Savage. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Might be changing the route. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Looking to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. The Yellow Jackets showing a little sting as they build their lead against the Dogs.
How about them Jackets, man? This is so good for Georgia Tech fans. They're so jacked up and excited. They think the Georgia players, fans, they think they're buffoons. They're smarter, they're better, and when they can beat them on the field, they want to rub it in their face.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Looking for a gap. It's Claiborne. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. After the run, now to throw. The sure hands, it's Spears. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Spears. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Caught in the backfield. It's Claiborne. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking for space. It's Claiborne. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Lewis to throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. He's got it on the outside. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Wants to throw on 1st down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Taking it the other way. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. And so the Ramblin' Wreck make it all the way to the finish line as Georgia Tech